Alright, so today we are messing with a 2012 Chevrolet Tahoe. Basically it's a hard to fill with fuel scenario. Very common for these is this canister, charcoal canister, fails, and what happens is it dumps charcoal everywhere. So basically you got to replace this, the canister, as well as the canister valve, which I'll show you here in just a second. The downfall is all of these beads you see here are in the plastic lines. So you got to blow them out, clean them out. You can do it without dropping the tank. It is a time-consuming process. What you have to do is disconnect the line right there, which is your vapor line for your fuel fill, and obviously we got all of the charcoal lines disconnected. So what we're going to do very slowly is push air through that valve, through this hose. And you can start to see some of them start pushing away. And this is not really the best way to do it. The best way to do it is to drop the tank, disconnect all the vapor lines, and do it that way, which we may end up having to do. This is not the best way because it can put the charcoal beads into your fuel tank. So that is one way to do it. The other way is to drop the tank enough where you can access the fuel line or the vapor lines from the fuel pump itself and basically run back and forth between the two lines. Best recommendation, take it to a shop, unfortunately, and do it. That is going to be the most efficient way. And your charcoal vent valve is right there. So you can either do it one of two ways: drop the tank, or drop the spare tire, excuse me. Drop the spare tire and get access. If you got small enough hands, you can access it without doing that. So that's what we'll do. We're gonna try to get some of this out, these charcoal canister beads out, and see what happens. Okay, I don't know if you could see all the charcoal beads coming out of there, but we got quite a bit. So basically what you're listening for, I don't know if you can hear it, but we got decent flow. I can still hear some beads in there. But the big thing is most of them are out. So we're also putting, 150 psi through there instead of just vapor, just a low pressure. So we should be good there. Worst case scenario is we give it back to the customer. They take it, fill it with fuel, and bring it back and say we have an issue. Then we'll unfortunately have to drop the tank and do it the other way. But I don't believe there's going to be an issue. We've done it this way a couple different times. So we should be good there. We did get a lot, basically created a vacuum on this side when we put air in. Instead of sealing this off completely, creating a vacuum, forcing it in and then back out, which is why the camera was shaking a little bit, creating a vacuum to suck some of that beads out of there. So that is the basically the halfway cleaning out the vapor lines. It's not perfect, it's not ideal, but it gets the job done. I'm not charging the customer for this. She really didn't want to spend the money she's spending now. We got to do some other work, but this will get her down the road, and that's what she wants. So we got this one done. So now we're going to go ahead and put the vapor vent valve, the canister vent valve in. So I'll get the camera repositioned and show you how that process goes. Okay, sorry for the noise. I've got a heater going in the background. I did loosen the spare tire. I dropped it down so I can get access. So you can either take it down all the way or partially, depending on how you want to do it. But there's the valve there. We're going to go ahead and replace that. Unfortunately, due to the lack of mounting points back here, I won't be able to film it, but that's what we're going to replace. Alright, so on the mess on the floor, you can see all the beads that came out. Alright, so we've got the new canister in 13 millimeter bolts, 2 of them right here, and then on this side over here you've got another 13 millimeter bolt securing that in place. And then you got the new canister valve back there, and we ran the lines basically back in the same exact spot that come up to over here. So that is the evap issue. Very common for failure to or hard time filling with fuel. Don't forget to reconnect your vapor line right there that goes to the fuel filler neck. Make sure that's resecured, make sure everything's tight, and that is the process. Now, like I said, the best thing to do is to drop the tank. But this vehicle was just started the concern yesterday, so it wasn't very long. So I wasn't too concerned with getting the charcoal in the tank. And if it does, it's got a screen down there and it'll break down over time, which won't hurt anything. So that's the process.